Good morning, everyone. Um, Thank you for having me here. I've never done this before, so I'm a little nervous, so bear with me. Um, my name is Feben, and I'm one of the partners at Ebony, Ethiopian Food Takeout. Um, and the other partners are, it's 4 women, basically. It's myself. I'm supposed to be a silent partner, and I'm having such a hard time being silent. Um, and the faces of Ebony, that are on the pictures and everywhere, are my 2 aunts, Helen and Martha. Helen is a chef, and Martha does all the cooking according to Helen's recipes. And the 4th partner is my friend Helen, who lives in Oakland. So the 4 of us kind of decided to do this, but the backstory is I moved to San Luis Obispo in 2016. And everywhere I went, and I used to work at the public library. I don't know if you guys seen me there before, but everywhere I went, people would ask, where I'm from originally. And as soon as I say Ethiopia, everybody says, oh, the first conversation is the first time I had Ethiopian food was in, LA or San Francisco, or just every conversation goes into the food. So I just thought it was interesting. And then a few years later, I went to Ethiopia with my son and my girlfriend from SLO. And while we were there, we were just talking, and she thought, oh, maybe we should, do a little pop-up in SLO because everybody seems to be interested in the food. And I was also doing a lot of cooking in my backyard and kind of inviting neighbors and friends. So we used to call it Ethiopian night, and we just ate and had a great time. So when we came back, we decided to do a little pop-up at Satellite of Love. And I cooked for maybe about 15 people. I'm not a big cooker. I cook very little amount of food. But that day we decided to do maybe for 15 people. And we showed up, and I was just already thinking, what am I going to do with all this food? Because I'm going to have to bring it back. It's not going to sell. And we sold, I think, in less than 7 minutes, and people are still online. And I was just, wow, this is something that was interesting. And so we decided to do another one, and same story. People showed up earlier because it sold out last time, and it got really popular. And then I decided this is not something I could do because I have a job, I have a child, and we were not making, I don't know if you guys are aware, the injera, which is the flatbread that is pretty much the most complicated thing to make. You have to have a degree to do that because the temperature, the humidity, the water, everything matters. And it's a 7-day fermentation process. And teff is a grain that doesn't have gluten, so it doesn't really work well unless you have the exact science behind it. So we decided we weren't going to do it. And a few years went by, and I just kind of one day was reading this book. I'm always reading self-help books, or like these corny title books like How to Be Rich and things like that. So this was one of the books I finished reading, and I decided I wanted to just have a second business where I'm a partner, but I wanted to just kind of be in the background. And this idea came up, and I said, hey, what if I decided to do Ethiopian food in SLO and just be a partner in it, but not do the work and just kind of do the paperwork and be behind the scenes. And as soon as I closed the book, I called my aunt and I said, hey, I had this idea. We want to do this. And I was hoping she would say no. And she said, that sounds great. I can do this right now. My kids are grown, and, we can go into business together. And then I called my other aunt, who's the chef, and I, gave her the same story. And she was like, oh my God, I've been wanting to do something. She does her own business in Jersey, but she wanted to do something different. And she was very excited, and I was getting very nervous. And then I called, and we needed the capital. So I called my friend who's always investing in businesses. And I said, hey, this is the last person I was hoping would say no, then the whole thing falls apart. And she was very excited to do it as well. So we decided to kind of have a Zoom call for, I think we did it for 6 months every week, and just kind of worked out the detail, talked about everything about the business. And we decided to build Ebony. And our main thing for Ebony was pretty much to make it really, really healthy, I'm very much against like refined oils and anything that's bad for you. So it had to be really, really good for you, organic and gluten-free. That was basically our main thing. And we also wanted to provide meals to single moms somehow, like every week, just kind of give back to moms, because I know how, it's a lot of work to cook for your kids every night. So if somebody gave me a meal once a week, I'll be happy. So I figured we can extend that as well. And that's how it kind of got us started. And we were doing, just to like kind of go back, none of us were in a restaurant business before, but because of COVID, and we just learned what a ghost kitchen was a few months ago. Because of ghost kitchens and commercial kitchens, we were able to do this. We didn't need to open up a restaurant, say, because that requires a whole other, it's just a different business model that we weren't able to get into. But the commercial kitchen and renting space and paying as you go kind of helped us get started with the business. And because I was the one who lived in SLO, and I'm the one that kind of knows the town and knows people, I was the one who did the business licensing and all the government paperwork. And I was kind of dreading that, because I grew up in New York, and you never want to walk into a government building because everything just takes forever. And the getting licenses and just applying for stuff was the fastest, the most pleasant, the easiest thing I've ever done. So I was very thankful about that. And everything just happened right away, which was shocking to me. And yeah, basically we started out, and we're, again, the silent partner, the two silent partners, and the chefs are in a commercial kitchen behind the airport. And we work Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11:30 to 4. We cook fresh every day. We're very, very aware about, health, food is medicine. We truly believe that, and we cook good food, and community has been amazing. The feedback has been just tremendous, and people just eat the food and they write an email. They don't even, they just pretty much describe the food and the feeling they get after. So it's just been wonderful, and it's been wonderful to be in this town. So thank you, and come see us.